Chapter 8. Conclusion. Micah 6:8. Coming to the end of our conversation for the time being, we understand now how the circle of life connects each aspect of the circle with all the others. God's plan for us is to live the most joyful and fulfilled lives we can. So where do we go from here? In Micah 6:8, we are given the way of spiritual life that tells us what is good and what the Lord requires of us. He has told you, O man, what is good and what does the Lord require of you but to do justice and to love mercy and to walk humbly with your God. Micah lived in a time when life looked good on the surface but was rotting underneath. The people had money flowing through the markets, temple worship still happened every week, and the religious holidays went on as usual. But behind the scenes, the courts were corrupt. The poor were being squeezed. The powerful took what they wanted, and the powerless had no voice. And worst of all, people thought they were still on good terms with God because the rituals were in place. Does that sound familiar today? In chapter 6, Micah personifies a courtroom scene. God is the plaintiff, the mountains and hills are the witnesses, and Israel is the defendant. God opens by asking a piercing question, "What have I done to you? How have I burdened you?" Then he recounts the ways he has saved them, delivering them from Egypt, protecting them from enemies, leading to the promised land. God is saying, you know who I am and how I've loved you, so why have you wandered? Do people respond with exaggerated offers? Shall I bring burnt offerings, thousands of rams, rivers of oil, my firstborn? It's as if they're saying, name your price, God, and we'll pay it. But God is not impressed by grand gestures or empty sacrifices. Then comes verse 8. Clear, simple, unmistakable. He has told you what is good. Do justice, love mercy, walk humbly with God. This is not a to-do list for earning God's approval. It's a description of life that flows out of knowing Him. Grace comes first, response comes next. Do justice. Doing justice means more than agreeing that fairness is good. It's about actively making wrong things right. It's about, for I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you invited me in. I needed clothes and you clothed me. I was sick and you looked after me. I was in prison and you came to visit me. In Hebrew, the word is mishpat. It's not an abstract idea, it's action. It's restoring what has been broken, defending those who are vulnerable and have no voice, refusing to cheat or exploit, and ensuring truth wins out even when it costs you. If we only talk about justice but never step in to protect the oppressed or correct a wrong, we're not really doing. Justice is active. Love mercy. If justice is about right-making, mercy is about heart-shaping. In Hebrew, the word is chesed, steadfast love, faithful kindness, covenant loyalty. Micah doesn't just say show mercy, he says love mercy. That means we delight in it. We don't just tolerate forgiveness, we lean into it. We don't show kindness because we have to, we show it because we want to. Loving mercy means forgiving when you have every reason to hold a grudge. It means showing patience when someone tests your limits. It means giving without expecting repayment. Mercy is not weakness, it's strength under control. It says, I could insist on my rights, but instead I'll choose compassion. And here's the thing, justice without mercy turns cold and rigid. Mercy without justice turns soft and enabling. But when you love mercy while doing justice, the two work together to create life and healing. Walk humbly with your God. Finally, Micah says to walk humbly with God. This is the posture that holds everything else together. Without humility, justice turns into self-righteousness and into condescension. Walking humbly means staying teachable, living with an awareness of our dependence on God, and resisting the temptation to think we've arrived. It means remembering that we are not the Savior, He is. It means listening to His voice daily and letting Him set the pace. Micah doesn't say sprint humbly or wander humbly. He says walk. It's steady, consistent companionship with God, one step at a time over a lifetime. And when we walk humbly, we realize that every act of justice and mercy is done not for applause, but as a natural overflow of living close to Him. Living Micah 6:8 in the circle of life. We live Micah 6:8 when we tell the truth, even when lying would be easier. When we forgive someone who hurt us deeply. When we help without fanfare. When we make space for the quiet voice of God in our busy days. When we choose reconciliation over revenge. When we admit our wrongs and change course. See closing remarks. And here's the freeing truth. This is not about perfection. It's about direction. It's about moving, step by step, toward the kind of life that reflects the heart of God. Justice, mercy, humility. That's what the Lord requires, not because He's trying to burden us, but because He's trying to make us whole. In closing, let us tell you a story that hopefully encourages you to jump into the circle of life. It's a story of where we begin, where we move forward in our journey to become more Christ-like than we were yesterday.